roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both, and be one traveler. Long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth, then took the other, as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear, though as for that, the passing there had worn them really about the same, and both that morning equally lay. In leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh. Somewhere ages and ages hence, 2 roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference.
एक ज़र्द पत्तों वाले जंगल में 2 रास्ते अलग अलग सिमतों में जा रहे थे। मुझे अफसोस था कि मैं एक ही मुसाफिर हूँ और दोनों रास्तों पर एक साथ सफ़र नहीं कर सकता। मैं देर तक वहाँ खड़ा रहा और एक रास्ते को जहाँ तक मुमकिन था देखता रहा, यहाँ तक कि वो झाड़ियों के दरमियान मुड़कर मेरी नज़रों से ओझल हो गया। फिर मैंने दूसरा रास्ता इख्तियार कर लिया। वो भी पहले रास्ते की तरह खूबसूरत था। शायद वो कुछ बेहतर इंतखाब मालूम होता था, क्योंकि उस पर घास ज्यादा थी और यूं लगता था जैसे उस पर कम लोग चले हों। लेकिन गौर करने पर मालूम हुआ कि दोनों रास्तों पर तकरीबन बराबर सफ़र किया गया था। उस सुबह दोनों रास्ते ताज़ा पत्तों से यकसां तौर पर ढके हुए थे और किसी कदम ने उन पत्तों को अभी स्याह नहीं किया था। मैंने सोचा कि पहला रास्ता किसी और दिन के लिए छोड़ देता हूँ, मगर मैं जानता था कि एक रास्ता दूसरे रास्ते की तरफ ले जाता है और शायद मैं कभी वापस आकर पहले रास्ते को इख्तियार न कर सकूं। शायर तसव्वुर करता है कि मुस्तकबिल में वो इस फैसले को एक आह के साथ याद करेगा। वो कहेगा कि जंगल में 2 रास्ते जुदा हुए थे और उसने वो रास्ता इख्तियार किया जिस पर निस्बतन कम लोग चले थे। इस एक इंतखाब ने उसकी पूरी जिंदगी की सिमत बदल दी।
What is the central idea of the road not taken?
The poem explores choice, uncertainty, and the lasting effects of human decisions. The traveler must choose one of 2 roads without knowing where either will lead. His decision becomes a symbol of the choices people make in life and the impossibility of experiencing every available possibility.
Explain the title, The Road Not Taken.
The title focuses on the road the speaker does not choose, rather than the one he takes. It suggests that people often think about missed opportunities and wonder what might have happened if they had made a different decision. The title therefore emphasizes regret, curiosity, and the uncertainty connected with choice.
Give a brief summary of the poem.
A traveler reaches a point in a forest where 2 roads separate. He studies both, but cannot travel on both of them. He chooses one road and leaves the other for another day, although he doubts that he will ever return. He imagines that in the future, he will say that his choice made a major difference in his life.
What are the major themes of the poem?
The major themes are choice and decision-making, uncertainty about the future, consequences of decisions, missed opportunities, individuality, regret, and reflection, the passage of time, human tendency to reshape the past.
What do the 2 roads symbolize?
The 2 roads symbolize different choices, opportunities, and directions in life. Just as the traveler cannot walk on both roads, people cannot follow every possible path. Choosing one opportunity often means giving up another.
What does the yellow wood symbolize?
The yellow wood suggests autumn, a season of change and transition. It symbolizes a stage in life when the speaker must make an important decision. The yellow leaves may also suggest maturity, the passage of time, and the ending of one phase of life.
Why is the speaker sorry that he cannot travel both roads?
The speaker is sorry because both roads appear attractive, but he can choose only one. His regret reflects a common human desire to experience every possibility. However, real-life decisions usually require people to accept one option, and leave another behind.
Explain the line, and be one traveler. Long I stood.
The line emphasizes the speaker's limitation as a single individual. He cannot divide himself and explore both roads. He stands for a long time because he understands that his decision may affect the future and cannot easily be reversed.
Why does the speaker initially choose the second road?
The speaker initially believes that the second road has perhaps the better claim because it appears grassy and less frequently used. However, he immediately admits that both roads have actually been worn really about the same. His choice is therefore not based on a clear or major difference.
Were the two roads really different from each other?
No significant difference existed between them at the time of the decision. The speaker says that the roads had been worn really about the same, and that both equally lay in fresh leaves. This detail is important because it challenges the simple interpretation that he deliberately chose a clearly less traveled road.
Explain the lines, and both that morning equally lay in leaves no step had trodden black.
The lines mean that both roads were covered with fresh leaves that had not yet been crushed or darkened by travelers' feet that morning. The image shows that both paths were equally unused at that moment. It also emphasizes the uncertainty of the speaker's choice.
What does way leads on to way mean?
The phrase means that one choice leads to another and gradually takes a person farther from the original point of decision. Once people begin following a particular path in life, later events and responsibilities may prevent them from returning to explore the alternative.
Why does the speaker doubt that he will ever come back?
The speaker understands that one decision will lead to many others. Life continuously moves forward and circumstances change. Although he says that he has kept the first road for another day, he realistically knows that he will probably never return.
What is the significance of the word sigh?
The sigh is deliberately ambiguous. It may express satisfaction, nostalgia, regret, relief, or a mixture of emotions. The poet does not clearly state whether the speaker is pleased or disappointed with his choice. This uncertainty deepens the poem's meaning.
Explain the lines, I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference.
The speaker imagines that in the future, he will describe his chosen road as less traveled and say that it changed his life. However, earlier, he admitted that both roads were almost identical. The ending may therefore show how people later create meaningful stories about decisions that were uncertain when they were made.
Discuss the use of imagery in the poem.
Frost mainly uses visual imagery. The reader can picture the yellow forest, two diverging roads, green grass, undergrowth, and fresh leaves. These natural images create a realistic setting, while also representing life choices, uncertainty, and transition.
What are the major poetic devices used in the poem?
The major poetic devices include extended metaphor. The journey represents human life. Symbolism. The roads symbolize choices. Imagery. The yellow wood, grass, leaves, and undergrowth. Personification. The road wanted where. Alliteration. Wanted where and first for. Repetition. Ages and ages. Enjambment. Thoughts continue across lines. Caesura. The pause in and I took. Irony. The supposedly less traveled road was initially almost identical to the other. Metaphor. Traveling is used as a metaphor for decision making.
What is the tone and mood of the poem?
The tone is thoughtful, reflective, uncertain, and slightly nostalgic. The speaker carefully considers his choice and imagines how he will remember it in the future. The mood is calm and contemplative, but it also contains regret and uncertainty because the speaker knows that he cannot experience the road he leaves behind.
What type of poem is The Road Not Taken, and what is its structure and rhyme scheme?
The poem is a narrative and reflective lyric. It consists of 20 lines, divided into 4 stanzas of 5 lines each. Each stanza follows the rhyme scheme ABA, AB. The poem is mainly written in iambic tetrameter, although Frost uses natural variations. Its regular structure contrasts with the uncertainty of the speaker's decision.
Discuss the theme, message, style, diction, and structure of the poem.
The central theme is the difficulty and consequence of making choices. The poem's message is not simply that people should always choose an unpopular path. Instead, it shows that decisions are often made without complete knowledge, and people later give those decisions meaning. Frost's style is conversational, symbolic, reflective, and deceptively simple. His diction is clear and natural, using ordinary words such as roads, wood, leaves, and way. However, these simple words carry deeper symbolic meanings. Structurally, the poem has 4 5-line stanzas with the rhyme scheme ABAAB. It moves from the moment of choice to the speaker's imagined future recollection. The final stanza introduces ambiguity because the speaker later describes the roads as more different than they originally appeared.
Human life is shaped by choices, even when the available options appear almost identical. Every important choice closes other possibilities, and people often give their past decisions meaning only after time has passed. The poem is frequently reduced to the message, "Always choose the less popular path." That interpretation is incomplete. Frost clearly states that the 2 roads were worn really about the same and equally lay. The poem is therefore also about uncertainty, memory, and the stories people later construct about their choices.